Today I'm going to be doing a quick unboxing and personal review of the VG27AH monitor by Asus. It's a full HD 1080p display, 3D LED backlit IPS monitor with 178 ultra-wide viewing angles. It has Asus all-in-one 3D technology with an instant 2D to 3D conversion via a hotkey on the front of the monitor. It boasts vivid color performance with an 80,000,000:1 Asus contrast ratio using splendid video intelligence technology by Asus. For connectivity, this monitor has dual HDMI 1.4 inputs, a single link DVI input, a VGA input, as well as an audio pass-through with your mini stereo input and output for either headphones or maybe computer speakers, though it does have 3-watt stereo speakers built into it. Taking a closer look inside the box, you'll find an Asus instruction manual, your standard VGA cable, a DVI single link cable, which won't work for 3D content from the PC. You will need to use HDMI or dual link to HDMI. It also comes with a stereo mini cable, which you could use to run audio from your PC to the speakers built into the monitor if you like. It also comes with Asus's passive 3D glasses, which are fairly ergonomic and lightweight compared to your active shutter glasses, so those are quite nice. It also comes with a convenient pair of just clip-on lenses for someone that wears prescription glasses, so you don't need to wear 2 pairs of glasses. After using this display for a couple weeks, I really noticed that the display has a lot of pros and cons. I was off to a bad start since I purchased a faulty display, as you can see with the pixels misfiring and just all that craziness on the screen. I was encountering this after using the display for about a week or so. I started getting little random pixel misfires, and I first thought it was maybe HDMI cords were bad, or maybe it was just like coming from the PlayStation, but then it started spreading across random content, so it would be happening through the PC, the PlayStation, and the Xbox, and it would fix when I would go to like static content, like just a plain background, but as soon as I started playing videos and stuff, then I really noticed that it was having issues with this. And I also noticed when I would run just a video in Windows Media Player and I'd go to maximize it, it would almost be like I'm switching sources on the screen. It would go black for about 2 to 3 seconds, and then the video would come back in maximized. So after taking this monitor back for warranty and getting it replaced, I was glad to see that those issues were 100% gone. So what is good about this monitor? Well, we've got great viewing angles. Doing a comparison, I have 2 monitors in front of me. The one on the left is the Asus monitor. On the one on the right is a Samsung T260. Now, if we get down low, you can really see how the picture washes out on the Samsung monitor. But if we look to the left, we'll notice that the Asus still looks fantastic. So viewing angles, if that's something that you're going for, that you plan on watching, say, content from your monitor over on a couch or on a bed or whatever, and you're not going to be always directly facing your monitor, having these extra viewing angle degrees, it's fantastic. Like you can't go wrong with this monitor when it comes to viewing angles. Now, something I was not so impressed with this monitor was with the amount of glare it gives off. It is a glossy display, which looks fantastic in dark environments, but as soon as you start turning on the lights, you'll notice that my Samsung monitor on the right has very little to no glare at all. But the IPS display, this Asus on the left, now we're getting all kinds of glare. You're pretty much looking back at yourself in this monitor. Compared to an LCD TV and plasma TV, you get more glare off this display than you would off of a normal TV. So that's something to really take note. Are you going to be using this in a well-lit room? Then you might end up seeing a lot of glare. If it's going to be in a dark environment, which I use mine in, it's great. There's not a problem, but that's just something to take note of. As far as picture quality goes, there's quite a few presets to pick from: scenery mode, standard mode, theater mode, game mode. You've got a night view mode, as well as sRGB. So kind of taking one of these and customizing it by going further into the menu, you can adjust stuff like brightness, contrast. You can adjust the color levels as well as sharpness and other things. So it does come with a lot of options, so you can really kind of customize and tweak the display to your liking. I personally use scenery mode for most of it because I like the dark blacks that it gives and the vibrant colors, but it's almost too vibrant. So for my settings, I've set it to that, but then I go into color temperature under user mode, and I've adjusted things down to 85 from 100, and I find that's kind of a better option for me. So you're probably wondering, how does the 3D on this monitor stack up? And that's also kind of a mixed bag. It's got a lot of pros and cons. One of the pros is you have the ability to watch anything in 3D at any time. By just simply pushing that 3D button on the monitor, it'll convert anything into 3D. Also, by doing this, you don't need that extra processing power on your computer to convert the content that you're watching into 3D. It's doing it on the panel itself. Now, is this amazing? No, but it does work and it's passable. You can get certain things to look really well, especially animated movies. It does a good job. It has ghosting when you're trying to read text, or if you're playing a video game. I almost wouldn't really use it that often. But that's not the only way you can get 3D with this monitor. You also have the ability to plug in a PlayStation, and because it's a passive 3D display and it's not using the active shutter glasses or the NVIDIA 3D Vision, you are going to be able to use this to play PlayStation content or Blu-ray 3D movies. So something like a Pixar 3D movie on Blu-ray, that's something that looks good on this display. I don't really find any ghosting or really any issues. I've watched a few movies on here and it looks good. Now, I've also played Uncharted 3, and at 720p at 60 hertz, it's smooth, it gives you a lot of depth, and it also looks good. What doesn't look so good is when you try and run content on the computer using 3D Play or TriDef 3D, and you run it at that 1080p 24 hertz. Now, with that, you're getting scan lines because it's an interlaced display. You're going to get scan lines running through the screen, which makes reading text at 1080p almost impossible and a real eye strain. So if you're going to run 3D content on this display, you're probably going to want to run it at 720p at the 60 hertz. Now, for your average gamer, dropping down to 720p for 3D probably won't be something most people will want to do. Having that extra resolution does make quite a big difference, unless you're playing something like Trine. I think that was one of the few games I found that really looked great using 3D Play. But yeah, that's something else you're going to need to know, is that if you want to use 3D Play TV or 3D Play through NVIDIA, you do have to pay extra for that, and you're looking at a $40 price tag. The other option is TriDef, and you're looking at that $40-50 price tag as well on top of it for the software. So that's something to look at if you're thinking about getting a 3D display. So overall, there's a lot of good and bad with this panel. It's got vibrant colors, a fantastic IPS viewing angle, versatile 3D experience, lots of inputs, an adjustable stand, and it also has plenty of menu options to customize how you want things to look. But it does have too much glare in well-lit rooms. The interlacing makes 3D hard to read text at 1080p. It's got occasional ghosting with the 3D, and you know what? You might have to buy an extended warranty with this one. But overall, I do like this panel. It works well for me. I use the 3D more as a novelty, kind of as a casual thing. I kind of like to jump in and say, hey, what does this look like in 3D every now and then? Maybe watch the odd cartoon or animated movie in 3D. But overall, I'm going to be using this panel as a 2D panel in a low light level room with not a whole lot of glare. So in that scenario, yes, this monitor is great, but if I was in a well-lit room, I might be thinking differently. So anyways, I hope this helps you decide on whether the Asus VG27AH is right for you. Thanks for watching and have a great day.